Hey everybody, welcome to Church Free Spirituality. It's Ben Jameson here. So this week I want to look at what's called the golden key. Now, there have been a lot of spiritual teachers throughout the years. This guy, Emmet Fox, he was teaching about 100 years ago, had some really great things to say, a lot of wonderful work that he put out about spiritual practice. And one of the things that he talked about was what he called the golden key, which is a really powerful way to help get out of problem thinking, to help get out of these ideas of trouble and difficulty, and to really help solve the problems that we experience in our lives. Now, I'm going to share it with you, and then we'll do an example of it, but just keep in mind, this is old language, so I'll share it how he said it, and then we'll translate a little bit to make it work for us. So, the golden key is simple. Whenever you have a problem, whenever you're thinking about the problem, all you do is stop thinking about the problem and start thinking about God. Now, if God doesn't work for you, think about spirit, the universe, life, creativity, love, nature, whatever it is, higher power, divine self, whatever that word is that works for you. You stop thinking about the problem and start thinking about that instead. And what that does for us is it gets us out of that spin of thinking about the problem over and over again. You ever notice how it's like a little problem and you start to think about it, and then you think about it more and it gets bigger and bigger, and then before you know it, it's something that's so big that it would be better off if it killed you rather than you have to go through with it, when really at the beginning it was just like a little annoyance. Because we get in that problem thinking and we spin it up and we sit in it and it generates more and gets to feel bigger and bigger than it really is. So when we stop doing that, when we stop thinking about the problem and think about life or the universe instead, it completely shifts us out of that negative experience and into an experience of possibility where we're focused on new things, exciting things, things that we can be grateful for. And that then shifts our entire experience and leaves us more open to receive new insights, new intuition, to meet the right people that are going to help shift whatever the issue is. So it goes something like this. We'll use the example of life. Okay, if you don't like the word God, you don't like spirit, don't like universe, life, okay? So you've got a problem with Bill, right? So Bill is doing this thing and it's really frustrating. So you just say to yourself, quietly if you're in public, but if you're by yourself, you can say it out loud. You can say, all right, I'm going to now golden key this situation with Bill. Man, life is amazing. When you think about life, like how many different kinds of life there are on the planet. There's humans and birds and snakes and rabbits and groundhogs and gophers and so much variety of life. And in each of those, there's even more. So you've got bluebirds and you've got blackbirds and you've got hummingbirds, right? And praying mantises eat hummingbirds. Can you believe that? How crazy is that praying mantises eat hummingbirds? And you think about like in the ocean, there are places so far down in the ocean, the pressure is so deep, there's no sunlight, it's so cold, but around thermal vents that are kicking out hot gases, there are thriving communities of life down there at pressures that would crush us. So there's all this variety of life everywhere, and it's so amazing when you really stop to think about how much variety there is in life. You can't even think about the number of birds. You can't name all the birds there are, and then think about all the colors in all the birds. It's so beautiful to see all of those colors and see how life takes care of itself. I mean, look at all the food for the birds and all the leaves on the trees and all the grass. There's an abundance of everything in life, and that's all life taking care of itself, generating itself, creating more of itself. And guess what? I belong to life. I'm alive, aren't I? So now I am in the flow of life, and everything that I see about life supporting itself and all of its expression is really happening to me too. So I am in that flow of life, and I am perfectly cared for. And isn't that amazing that I get to be part of this beautiful expression of life, not even to start thinking about the possibility of life on other planets and what that might look like. Oh my God. What happened to the problem with Bill? The problem with Bill is no longer in your mind. You're inspired, you're energized, you're in possibilities thinking. You've got energy, you've got joy, you've got amazement going on in your experience. You feel a lot better because you're not focusing on the problem anymore. So friends, when we find ourselves in a difficulty, when we find ourselves thinking about a problem over and over and over again, getting ourselves into that pit of despair that we create when we run a problem and sit and spin in our negativity, stop thinking about that problem. Start thinking about life. Start thinking about creativity. Start thinking about love. Start thinking about joy. Start thinking about spirit instead. And when you're done with that, be open to new ideas, new possibilities. And when that problem comes back up in your head, say, thank you very much. I'm going to golden key it and go right back to thinking about spirit, about love, about life. Friends, thank you so much for checking in with Church Free Spirituality today. Be sure to like and comment down below, share with all your friends, subscribe on YouTube, and of course, if you want to go deeper, you can get the book, Church Free Spirituality, How to Craft a Spiritual Practice Beyond the Bounds of Religion, at Amazon, BarnesandNoble.com, anywhere you can find books. Thank you so much, friends. Have a wonderful week turning that golden key and opening yourself up to a whole new experience of life as you get out of problem thinking and into possibility thinking. Thanks, friends. Have a great week. Bye-bye.